What is the link for this?
I'm sorry, the link for which?
Nothing. One devotees. Let me just share the link to So, yeah, we studied what is a Kāraka, Kriya Sambandhi, Kriya Tat Sambandhi Vishesh, Sambandhi Vishesha Kārakam. So, Kāraka is that which has got a very specific relation with the verb, with the Kriya. Also, we studied that any Kriya, or every Kriya rather, every verb, action rather, it has two things. One is the Vyapara, the process uh, in order to accomplish, the process executed in order to accomplish that action. So, which is like the sadhana, you know, the prakriya, the process, and uh, then there is the phala, the fruit of the action. So there are two things in every kriya: the process and the fruit. For example, let's say I'm walking, I'm walking, chalati. So chalati, the process in the verb chalati is, I'm using my two feet, and the process is, you take one up, then you place it, and then second one. So that's the process of the kriya chalati, and then the phala, the fruit, is to reach a certain destination. We don't just walk around like without any purpose. Uh, there's a purpose, yeah, right, that we have to reach a particular destination, or it could be for like just running for health purposes or whatever. It has a phala. So like that, any kriya has two things: the process and the phala, the fruit. Yeah. So that was kriya tat sambandha vishesha karakam. Then we studied the karakas are either ukta or anukta. Akhyatadayo yatra kriyante taduktam. So ukta means which is like the primary one or which is expressed, and anukta means which is not expressed. So now it depends on the usages of the akhyat adis pratyas, the suffixes used. For example, if I'm using parapada pratyay, let's say, no, let's say in kartri prayog, if you're using the pratyay in akhyat, then the karta will be the ukta element, and in that case the karma would be anukta. And if I'm using the pratyaya in karmani prayoga, then the karma would be ukta and the karta would be anukta. So ukta and anukta, two things we did study. Yeah. So then, yeah, prathama nama matrartha we had done that in order to just express the object or the thing which the name itself expresses, we imply the prathama vishnu bhakti, right? The first case. Yeah, that's done. Then we studied like the sambandha, the shashti prayoga, right? So there is in the sambandha shashti, right? Sambandha shashti. So four kinds of relations. So swaswami, janya janaka. What was the next one? Avayava. Avayava avayavi, right? Avayava avayavi means the part and the whole, and then the sthanyadesha. So, so all kinds of relations fit into either of these four kinds of mm, yeah relations. So Swami, Janya Janaka, ityadi.
Prabhu, this Ukta and Anukta is only in relation to Karta and Karma, or other
Uh,
Karakas could also be.
See, it's like other Karakas are Anukta
Okay,
because Akarana, Sampradana, ityadi, they can't be Ukta.
okay.
Hmm.
So basically, Ukta is in relation to the
I,
Akhyat, in relation to the Dhatu.
no, no, Ukta. We're talking of nouns being Ukta. So either Karta or Karma could be Ukta.
Yes. So basically, Ukta and Anukta is in relation to the Kriya. I mean, where the Kriya is
No, no,
following,
no.
where the.
It's like the sutra last time we studied. Akhyat adayo. Adayo means etc. So akhyat adayo yatra kriyante taduktam. So in the vritti also, in the commentary also, it said that the akhyata pratyas, it depends on the akhyata pratyas, it depends on the tadhita pratyas, it depends on the krit pratyas.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Like for
Thank you.
example,
Thank you.
like for example, uh, mm, if I say, let's say, let's take one kritanta one. So maya kritam, done by me, passive voice. So now maya kritam, let's say maya something, maya pakam kritam, let's say cooking done by me. So here
Mhm.
um, aham, and let's take one more, aham pakam kritavan,
Hmm.
I did cook, right? That's all.
Hmm.
So aham pakam kritvan. Here aham is ukta because this kritvan is in kartri prayoga.
That's right.
And here maya pakam kritam. Here pakam is ukta because kritam is in karmani prayoga.
Hmm.
Just an example from kritanta. Okay.
That's right, bro. Clear. Similarly, if we do aham pakam karomi, so it will be from Akhyata.
Yeah. If we say aham pakam kromi from akhyata
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
and maya
Clear,
pakam
Prabhu.
kriyate.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now kartri karmani, the karta and the karma. Very nice and elaborate discussion coming up. Uh, it was actually a lot which we studied the last class. Very like profound concepts, explanations, and whatnot. Mm, yeah, it's nice to do recap also, which we just did. So tantram. Also, yeah, one more thing which we studied that in the sambandha shashti, when there's a relation, so a relation can't be with a single entity or with a single person or object. We have to have two, at least two um, objects, things, or persons, whatever, to establish a relation from one to second. So now the relation extends from the source, and so the source takes the Shashti Vishnu Bhakti, and the second one, mm, yeah, to which the relation has extended, that can take a Pratama, or it depends on the speaker's intention. Yeah. So the source takes Shashti. Mm, then it also told like Bhedya and Bhedaka. just a different set of name for the source and the what do you say, source and that which came out. What do we say to that? You're muted, bro.
The target or
Destination.
No.
yeah,
No, destination is like source is from which the relation.
the emanation.
See, I'm saying source in the sense of the person or the object from which the source of relation extends. It's not like literally the source of relation and then the object of relation, let's say.
Objective relation.
Yeah.
Objective
Yeah,
relation.
the object of relation. Yeah. So Bhedya and Bhedaka. So Bhedaka is the source because from him the relation is extending, right? And Bhedya is the object of relation. So yeah, Shashti Vishnu. So that was a small recap. Sutra 631. Swatantram tat prayojakam cha kartri. In general, like if you ask what is a karta, then in general, other grammars they say yah karoti sa karta. One who does, he's the karta. He's the doer. But Jiva Goswami says no, that's not all. That's a very uh, incomplete definition. In Sanskrit, we'll call it like avyapti. There's avyapti dosha in that definition. Avyapti dosha is that a particular definition which is not explaining the concept or the object completely. Avyapti. Like one is pervasiveness, and the opposite of pervasiveness. It's not like implying all the qualities or all the attributes of that object which is to be defined. So
Yeah, basically not fully exhaustive.
yeah, not fully exhaustive. Correct. So swatantram tat prayojakam cha kartri. Both one who does the action himself and one who causes him to do the action are called the karta. One who does the action himself and one who causes any particular being to do the action are karta. I think we studied this maybe somewhere. I don't know with you or somewhere else. Anyhow. So 3 types of kartas are there. Let's read briefly. The swatantra is he who's a vyapara. So I spoke of it already. Vyapara and phala. So vyapara is the process being executed in order to accomplish an act. Like chalati. So chalati has a vyapara. Walking has a vyapara, a process which is to use the legs in a particular pattern, up and down, and towards the forward direction. Or it could be backwards if someone is, someone has that way, maybe. I've never seen anyone walking backwards.
Wow, you've never seen anyone. So tour guides usually walk backwards. So this
Really?
is where we often see they're leading a tour
Uh-huh.
and they're facing the group and walking backwards while talking. I don't know how they do it, but yeah.
Do they have
So yeah, so if
they have their
you're on
third
a
eye on the
college
back?
campus, then whenever the students are coming to visit the college campus to see which college they want, then the tour guides are walking backwards in front of them.
Uh-huh. Maybe they're having some third eye on their back. The Brahmarandra.
Right.
Basically practice, Prabhu, practice
Yeah.
only. And it's not that on the day one they become so expert. They have been practicing for quite a long time to reach that stage.
In India, it won't work. Even the tour guides here in India won't do that because you never know.
Yeah,
There's
India is a
pitfall
dangerous place.
on the streets.
There's danger at every step.
If you want to see Padam, you come to India.
Truly, Prabhu. That's right.
Anyhow. Okay. So the Swatantra is he whose operation Vyapar the speaker wants to express as the Kriya, and the Prayojaka is he whom the speaker wants to express as the engager of the Swatantra. Okay. So a Swatantra Karta, an independent doer, is one who himself is doing the operation in order to accomplish the act. Quite simple. And a Prayojaka Karta is a like one who causes someone to do the act. So the Prayojaka is he whom the speaker. So the Prayojaka Karta is he who motivates or who engages a Swatantra Karta. So yeah. So even like in Swatantra Karta, the operation is accomplished by the Swatantra Karta himself because there is only one entity there doing the action. In Prayojaka Karta, also the Vyapara is done by the Swatantra Karta only. It's only that the Swatantra Karta here is like motivated or engaged or caused by the Prayojaka Karta to do the act. But the operation is done by the Swatantra Karta only in the second case. Yeah, we can say like the Prayojaka Karta is doing the act of causing to do the act. In that sense, we can say he's doing the act of causing, to do the act for the Swatantra Karta. It's quite.
He's delegating.
Yeah, it's delegating. Yeah. So.
True. I think at the end of Akhyat, we have, at that time last year or 1 year back, we have discussed this. Maybe Sanant Dhatu or Nirjant Dhatu, somewhere we have discussed this.
It was Ni,
the
causatives.
Yeah.
So,
causatives.
Like Karoti, Karayati cha, or
Yeah.
Saha Karoti is doing. Saha Karayati is causing to do,
Yeah.
Okay. Both of these Kārakas are called Karta. Both of them are Karta. However, the masculine form Karta is used when the word Karta is a Visheshana of an actual thing. In this use, the word Karta is used in the... Well, this is just a discussion of the word Karta, the usage of the word Karta. We can skip it also. Yeah, here you see in the footnote, 23rd one. Moreover, the term Prayojaka relates to the causatives, the Niyantas. Because when we add the Ni Pratyay, then it becomes causative. So the Prayojaka. Like in the TV serials, when they have those advertisements, so they say Prayojak, like presented by or co-powered by. Nowadays, so many names are there, synonyms. But earlier it was like Prayojak Karta, Prayojak. Like, right? Something like that, Prayojak.
In English, they call that the producer, I think.
Yeah, the producer. So, yeah. The Kalap grammarians say.
Also used for that.
I'm sorry?
They use the word sponsored by them.
Sponsored by.
Yeah, sponsored by. I mean,
that is like a financial aspect.
Yeah.
The Kalap grammarians say Yah Karoti Sakarta Karayati Yah Sahetuscha. The Karta is he who does, and the Hetu is he who causes to do. Yeah, so prayojak and hetu the same thing. Because dhatu of Dunkri is included in all dhatus. This I have explained earlier also, that in every dhatu, there is the meaning of Dukri Karane dhatu, inheriting within. For example, if I say Chalati, you can write it like Chalanam Karoti. Doing the act of Chalanam, walking. Khadati, Khadanam Karoti, doing the act of eating. So the Kri dhatu is um, inherited in each and every dhatu. Is there any concept like this in English? That in each verb there's that sense of doing, like maybe it should be there because the concept is the same.
Yeah, to do is an auxiliary verb. That's why in some tenses, do is included. Like, he has done this. He has done the reading. It's or and the British use it more. Like they say, I would have done, or when in American English we say I would have gone, or I and for short we say I would have. But the British, instead of saying I would have, they say I would have done. So they use that extra auxiliary verb.
But these two statements, yah karoti sakarta and karayati yah sahetuscha, are only supportive examples. They're not definitions in themselves. The proper definitions were given in the first two sentences of this vritti. Furthermore, the swatantra is of two kinds. Since the swatantra may be fully independent or under the control of the prayojika, and therefore it is said, karta swatantra ityukta hetu karta prayojikah prayojikadhina karta prayojya iti sa tridha. Three kinds of doer in total. The karta, simple doer, is called the swatantra karta, one who does the action by himself. That's one. Swatantra karta. Actually, if we see in this word, like from a philosophical aspect, only the Lord is the Swatantra Karta. Otherwise, all of us are at least in this bound stage. We are we are Prayojya Karta. Prayojya, the third category. We are caused to do the action. Would it be right to say also in the spiritual kingdom we are Prayojya Karta? Asit Prabhuji, what do you say on that?
Yeah, actually, Prayojak should always be Krishna. The real Karta should be Krishna only.
Well, but sometimes it might be Srimati Radharani.
Oh yeah. So the living entities, whether liberated or in bondage, they are always Prayojya, right?
Yeah, basically you're right, Prabhu. Either the external energy is the one which is authorized by the Lord, or the internal energy is one which is authorized by the Lord. So wherever shelter is taken by the living entity, so he is always the secondary one. The prime karta is either the external energy or the internal energy.
Like
actually, Ishwar Krishna Arsha Britto Jare Jaiche Na Chai Taiche Kore Nritto. The only controller is Krishna, everyone else is a servant. Right. However, he makes them dance, so in that way they dance.
But Mataji, the point is that Krishna makes dance through one of his energy.
Yes, that's why I also said sometimes it's Srimati Radharani. Yeah, one can serve Maya or one can serve Bhakti.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, so the first one is Swatantra Karta. The second is the Hetu Karta, which was the Prayojak Karta, the causative doer, one who causes another to do the action. And the third one is Prayojaka Adhina Karta, does under the control of the Prayojaka. And he's called the Prayojakarta, one who is caused to do the action. Thus, there are three kinds of kartas in total. Karta, Swatantra Karta, Prayojaka Karta, Prayojya Karta.
So one who is doing the actions by himself, he is the Swatantra Karta. And
Yes.
one who is making the others to do is Prayojak Karta. And one who is doing on behalf of Prayojak Karta is Prayojak Karta. Is it right, Prabhu?
Would it be right to say on behalf of
on behalf
yes,
of or
that's
at
right.
the behest of, but
like on behalf of
Yeah.
is like on behalf of would mean that let's say you're causing me to teach, so I'm teaching on your behalf. So it's like actually you were to teach and I'm kind of doing a proxy.
Yeah, that would be like you were the substitute teacher.
Yeah, substitute, but that's not the case, I believe.
No.
Yeah, so just one who is caused to do the act by the project karta.
Inspired to do something.
Yeah, inspired, or it could be ordered, instructed.
Well, I think these things are too strong, because when we do ill deeds, it's not that we were exactly inspired by Krishna. It's that we are sort of sanctioned by Krishna.
I mean, inspired could be one of the impetuses, let's say, not the only.
Well, actually, I guess it's okay, because like we said, it's not actually Krishna directly, but one of his Shaktis. So in that case, I guess we're inspired by.
I mean, let's say we are inspired to do the bhakti. So our spiritual teachers, they have inspired us, motivated us. So that's like they are Prayojaka Karta and we are Prayojaka Karta in that sense. But it could be forced sometimes, or ordered, instructed.
Yes, Prabhu, inspired or impelled, whatever you may say.
Yeah. So, so three kinds of doers: Swatantra Karta, Prayojaka Karta, and Prayojya Karta. Now, since the Parapada Pratyayas and so on are ordained in Kartari Prayoga, we'll show examples of a Karta which is Ukta by the Parapada Pratyaya, and we will also describe how the verb assumes different forms due to its relationship with the Ukta Kāraka. How the verb assumes different forms due to its relationship with the Ukta Kāraka. Actually, it's very nice to read the commentaries also. So, Bala says, when the speaker wants to express the Kriya in terms of being achievable by a thing, that thing is the Swatantra. In other words, the Kriya is the Janya and the Swatantra is the Janaka. Now here, achievable by a thing or the Swatantra refers to a person here who is doing the act. So, yeah, it's very nice. Let's say Asit Prabhuji is walking. So he is basically the Janaka of that act of walking. I mean, yeah, I mean, the father of the act of walking, not in the sense that he was the first one to walk and no one else walked before him, not like that. Someone might say, Janaka in the sense ki, like Jana Pradurbhave, what would be the right word to say?
Originator or something?
Originator, right, originator. So you are the originator of that act of walking. So you are Janaka, and then Janya is that act of walking, the Kriya. Actually, yeah, Kriya or the process. The process and the Phala, Vyapar and Phala, so altogether Kriya. Someone might say, if this is true, why is the horse not a karta in Vaishnava Acharya Ashvena Gramam Gachati? The Vaishnava Acharya goes to the village by means of a horse, since the horse is accomplishing the kriya. The answer is that here the speaker wants to express that the horse is subordinate to the karta and merely assists the kriya. Thus, it is not independent. Thus, the horse is the karana here in accordance with. Okay. If the speaker wanted to express the horse as independent, he would have said Ashva Gramam Gachati. That Ashva goes to. I think this is clear, this argument on this insight. Amrita says, it is said, Nishpatti Matre Kartritvam Sarvatra Eva Asti Kārake Vyapara Bheda Pekshayam Karanatvadi Sambhavaha. Actually, every Kāraka is a Karta. But every Kāraka is a Karta. But when the focus is on a different Vyapara activity, a Kāraka becomes a Karana and so on. For example, in Vishnu Mitraha Kashtai Sthalya Modanam Bhaktva Mathuraya Agataya Vaishnavaya Arpayati. Vishnu Mitra cooks rice in Vishnu Mitra cooks rice in the pot using wood, kashtai, using wood, and offers it to the Vaishnava who has come from Mathura. Mathuraya Agataya Vaishnavaya Arpati. Okay. The speaker wants to express Vishnu Mitra's Vyapara, which is conducive to the Kriya of cooking as the main thing. Yeah, the main thing is cooking. There's only Vishnu Mitra is the Karta here, whereas the pot, the wood, etc. are the Adhikarana, the Karana, etc. Yeah, because they have specific relationships in terms of being secondary in the Kriya. For example, the pot which is doing the activity of containing, the wood which is doing the activity of burning, the rice which is doing the activity of becoming softened, Mathura which is doing the activity of making itself the point of departure, and the Vaishnava who is doing the activity of accepting the rice. All are Karakas. You see the point here? Like Vishnu Mitra was the direct Karta, and all other Karakas, they were having different secondary relationships with the Kriya and not the primary one. So that's why they are in different Karakas. And that's why they are all not called Kartas. Very nicely explained here. Therefore, when the speaker wants to express the Vyapara of the wood and so on as the Kriya, we get Kashtam Pachati, the wood cooks. This Kashtam is the wood cooks. Odanah Pachati, the rice cooks. Thali Pachati, the pot cooks, and so on. Just to give an example here, if we use those Karakas as Kartas. In these instances, the Karta is the wood, the rice, and the pot, respectively. So it's depending on the desire of the speaker, the way he wants to convey, the way he wants to put up a particular thing, an object, or a person in either of those Kartas, the Karakas list. Like in English, just an example I can say now. Like we are doing this class on Zoom, the meeting. So it could be said the Zoom is running, right? Like the Zoom meet is running. Sounds like Zoom meet is Karta in itself, isn't it? But just like a very light example, not a serious one. So like that depends on the desire of the speaker to express. Is that clear? This discussion? very nice insight into it.
Yes, yes, Prabhu, clear.
Someone might argue there is avyapti in the Kalapa grammarian's definition. Yaha karoti se karta. Avyapti I have already explained. What did you say, Satruji? An exhaustive explanation, right? So, because in examples like Vaishnava Udnam Bhunkte, the Vaishnava eats the rice, Vaishnava Mathuram Gachati, the Vaishnava goes to the Mathura, and so on. Karoti is not seen in the Kriyas of Bhojana, Gamana, and so on. In answer to this, Jiva Goswami says, because the meaning of this we have read. Thus, Bhunkte means Bhojanam Karoti, Gachati means Gamanam Karoti, and so on. There is no Vyapti in the definition of the Kalapa grammarians. So that's we have understood. The two statements, Yaha Karoti Sakarta and Karayati Yaha Sa Hetushcha, cannot be taken as actual definitions. Since Yaha Karoti is mentioned in the present tense, otherwise there would be a Vyapti in the past tense and in the future tense, as in Agachat Vaishnava Matram. This is interesting, huh? Bala is addressing this or Amrita? I believe it's Amrita. In Yaha Karoti Sakarta, they're using the present tense, Yaha Karoti. And Tip is in Achyuta, present tense. So Yaha Karoti isn't sufficient because that's in present. So what about the past tense? If someone did the action in the past or in the coming future, it doesn't cover that. So otherwise, Agachat Vaishnava Mathuram, the Vaishnava went to Mathura, or Gamishyati Vaishnava Mathuram, the Vaishnava will go to Mathura. So Yaha Karoti Sakarta is not covering the past and the future. Therefore, in his commentary on Kalapa, Kaviraj says the actual definition is Pradhanyena Dhatu Vachya Vyapara Vatvam Kartritvam. Being the Karta means being the one whose Vyapar is expressed by the Dhatu as the main thing. Yeah, that's understood. Sangshodhani. Regarding the meaning of the Dukre Karane being included in all dhatus, the following discussion on the words Satram Asata in Bhagavatam 114 gives a further understanding of the topic. Sridhar Swami says that Satram Asata means Satra Sangyam Karma Uddishya Asata Upavivishuhu. They sat down, Asata, Upavivishuhu, for the sacrificial performance called Satra. Okay? For the sacrificial performance called Satra. In that sentence, the Kriya Uddishya aiming at for the sake of is added to complete the sense. But Sridhar Swami offers an alternative explanation. Yadva asata akurvata iti arthaha alabheta nirvapati upayanti iti adi vat pratyayocharana matra arthatvena aste dhatu arthasya avivakshittatvat, or else just like alabhita, nirvapati, upayanti, and so on, asata of the dhatu as means akurvata. Just akurvata, since there is no desire to express the meaning of the dhatu asa, because the situation is such that the purpose is only to voice the pratyaya. Yeah, this is 10. So that was dhatu, sorry, the sutra 631. So we read about the kartas. Kartri, tat prayojakam, swatantram tat prayojakam cha kartri.
I didn't actually understand the the point of Sridhar Swami's alternative explanation here?
See, the point is, in this sentence here, like the shloka says Satram Asata, that's all. Now the gloss of this is by Sridhar Swami, Satra Sangyam Karma, the karma known as Satra. So they were sitting, aiming to perform, or aiming at the karma, which is called Satra, right? So here, Sridhar Swami has used the gloss Udishya, like aiming at. So, and the point is that every dhatu has this meaning of dukri, the kri dhatu. So then, here it says that the kriya udishya is added to complete the sense. It's not there in Sattar Mahasat. But Sridhar Swami also offers an alternative explanation. One is that with udishya, and secondly he says, or else, yadva. Yadva means or else. Asata akurvata iti artha. That Satram Asata could mean Satram Akurvata. They performed the Satra. Asata could mean they were sitting there, they were situated or stationed there in order to perform or aiming at to perform the karma called Satram. And other meaning could be Asata could be translated as Akurvata. Satram Akurvata, which means they performed the sacrificial ceremony. Satram. Just like that.
So it could be that they didn't do, not just that they were wanting to do. Is that the point?
The point is just the usage of dukri in dhatu.
Okay.
Have you done some shlokas, Mataji?
Yeah, I did several.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, and text. I think 31st. No, 31st we have done. Yeah, we have done. Bhirapiyat Viveti. This one. Text 32. Kechidahu rajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye yadoh priyasyan babaye mala yasyev chandanam. Anvavaya. 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 It is Anvava? Anvavaye. Anvavaye. Oh, Anvavaye. Krishna. Anvavaye. Okay. Kechana bhaktaah ajam janma rahitam tvam malayasya malayachalasya kirtaye vansheva chandanam iva punyashlokasya pavitrishasaha प्रियस्य युधिष्ठिरस्य कीर्तये यशसि यदोः तस्यैव कीर्तयति वा अन्ववायद्वंशजातम् उत्पन्नम् आहो कथयन्ति. So Shri Kunti Maharani is praying to Lord Krishna, containing that some devotees, Kechana Bhakta, Kaha Kauke in the Krishna Nama Prakaranam. So Kechana Bhakta, they speak of you, O my Lord, that you have taken birth, you're born, Utpannam, in the Yaduvansha, O Lord, who is Ajam, Janvarahitam, and you are Ajam, but still people say that you have appeared, taken birth in the Yaduvansha. For what purpose? Okay, first of all, Okay, I'll take that afterwards. So you have appeared in Yaduvansha 4. Punya Shlokasya. Yeah. So Pavitra Yashasaha Yudhishthirasya Yashase. So you have appeared in order to like how do you say that? Propagate the glories of Yudhishthira Maharaj, who has Pavitra Yasha, whose glories are pious. Pavitra Yasha. Yeah. Or else Tasya eva kirtayati va. Yeah.
Prabhu, this dhatu yashas.
Yashas is a word, noun.
This is a noun, yashas. So that's why it's coming in 6.1 as yash.
Yeah, yashasah. Or yashase tasya eva kirtaye iti va. Or else for the in order to propagate the glories of Yaduvansha. You know, so you have taken birth, appeared in order to express or propagate the glories of the pious glories of the holy glories of Yudhishthira Maharaj, or of Yaduvansha. Just like Malayasya Chandanam Iva. Just like the Chandana. Chandana is called Chandana in English, or do you say something else? Sandalwood. Yeah,
Sandal.
Or just like the sandalwood, it increases the glories of Malayachala Parvata, where it is born or where it grows. Just by growing there, you know, Malayachala Parvata is well known, very famous. Why? Because of the Chandana tree, the Chandana wood. So in the same way, your presence, your appearance in the Yaduvansha increases the glory of Yaduvansha, just like Chandana increases the glory of the mountain called Malaya. This is the meaning.
Prabhu, this word kirtaye is like mate.
Which one?
This word Malayachala se kirtaye vansheva. This kirta is like mate.
Right, kirti. The shabd is kirti or bhakti. No, bhakti, like mati. Kirti. From kirti becomes kirti.
Yeah, from kirti is kirta, like mati is coming from mate, and mate is coming from mati.
Yeah.
So which is the case, then how it is linking, Prabhu? Then this meaning is not getting clear with like that case.
Yeah, Chandanam Malayachalasya kirtaye. For the kirti, in order to for the glories. So the sense is like literally it means for the glories of the Parvat called Malaya, and the complete meaning is that to how do you say that, to like propagate or to increase the glories, that is the sense. Kirtaye.
Okay. So basically, like Hindi, we say ke liye.
Ke liye. Kirti ke liye. Yash ke liye.
Okay. Okay.
But in English, I think we need to add another like expressive verb like increasing or so on. We can't just say, or I think we can say that also in order to glorify. Let's say kirti, glorify. In order to glorify. Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. And also, Prabhu, like we have the word Kechit and Kechan Bhakta. So Chit, I understand that whatever case like Ka Kau Ke, Kam Kau Kan, so the Chit we can add with it, Kaschit or Kam Chit, Kasya Chit. They are the different cases of Ka, so we add Chit with that. This Chan is also similarly coming, and then is it used interchangeably, both Chan and Chit?
Yes.
Okay.
We can say Kashchana, Kechana, Kanchana, ityadi.
So if we say Prabhu Kasyachit, or if we say Kasyachan, is it same thing?
I've not heard Kasyachana, but
There's Kadachit and Kadachana.
we'll have to see for Kasyachana. Kasyachit I've heard, Kasyachana. We'll have to see for that. Kim Kasyachit. I believe Chana also applies like the same as Chit. It's just that the Chit Prayoga is much used, maybe.
Okay.
Because there was a discussion by Matsata Prabhu in the Krishna Nama Prakaranam in regards to this Chit and Chana. So
Okay.
he wrote that they are interchangeably written or used.
Interchangeably. Okay. Okay.
See, if you read here, Vachaspatyam says, Kaha, Kaha, plus Vibhakti Antat Chana. Vibhakti Antat Chana. It doesn't say Prathama Vibhakti Antat, Dvitiya Vibhakti Antat. It just says Vibhakti Antat. Any Vibhakti. Right?
Yeah, Vibhakti. Yeah. Vibhakti Antat. So then it can take all the cases, all the 21 cases.
So I understand all the cases. Vibhakti Antat.
And also this word Chit is mentioned here after Magha.
Right, Chit. Then Kaschid Api Atra Avya Ekpadam. Yeah, so Chit is also there, Chana is also there.
Okay, thank you.
Text 33. Apare Vasudevasya Devakyam Yachito Bhyagat Ajastamasya Kshemaya Vadhaya Cha Suradvisham. Apare Anya Bhaktaah Vasudevasya. Is it Vasudevasya or Vasudevasya?
No. I think it should be Vasudevasya.
Yeah, it should be Vasudevasya, but in the gloss they have written Vasu. So that's why it's Vasudevasya. Because Vasudevasya Bharya Devaki. How? Vasudevasya
No,
Putra
this is then
Devaki.
Krishna. Then will be meaning Krishna actually.
Apare Anya Bhaktaah वसुदेवस्य भार्यायां देवक्यां याचितः ताभ्यामेव पूर्वं सुतवः प्रश्निरूपाभ्यां परार्थितः सन् इत्यर्थः अजः जन्मरहितः अपि त्वमस्य जगतः क्षेमाय मङ्गलाय सुरद्विषामसुराणां वधाय च विनाशाय च पुत्रत्वम् अभ्यगात् स्वीकृतवान्. So see here Ahu is kind of, we are taking it forward. That Kechit Ahu in the previous one, some they speak, some devotees, and then in 33rd, Apre, Anya Bhakta Ahu. The other devotees, some other devotees, they say that although you are unborn, Ajaha, Janmarahitaha Api, Tvam, Asya Jagatah Kshemaya Mangalaya, for the welfare of this universe, this Jagat, and in order to destroy the devil, the Asuras, you accepted how will you say putratvam? You accepted the child?
Sanness.
I was going to say that, but I was like, is it?
It doesn't look nice. Sanness is not a very right appropriate word.
It says sonship.
Sonship. Sort of that. Putratva means something because pratyay is tva here.
I was going to say sanness, but I was like, maybe there could be a better word. So he accepted to become the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. So he was So he accepted that position, that sonness in Devaki, who was the wife of Vasudev, and he was Yajita. And you, oh my lord, you were prayed, you were requested by your by Vasudev and Devaki in their previous births, Tabhyameva Purvam. So when they were in the form of Sutapa and Prishni. So Sutapa and Prishni, they had requested the Lord to appear as their son or send someone as equal as the Lord as their son. So, but the Lord then said, "Oh, aham urdhvam asmi." There is no one equal to or superior to me. Superior to me. So that's why the Lord said, "Okay, I'll take birth. I'll become your son." So, iti artha.
This Apre and Anye, both of them goes like Sarva, Sarvu, Sarve.
Right.
Both of them.
Yes, because both of them are Krishna namas. No?
Okay. But Anyani is also a word, Prabhu, we have heard. So is it not that it's going in neuter gender? I have read the word Anyani also. If it is Anyani, then it should be Sarvam, Sarve, Sarvani. Anyani Samyati Navani Dehi, like in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter.
So Anya is 3. It could be used in any linga.
Okay.
Trilinga Vachisham.
Then it's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
And then Apare must be in
Aparani,
only.
see, Apara is also like, see, all the Krishna namas are Visheshanas actually. If you remember, there was a statement that all the Krishna namas are Visheshanas. And Visheshanas take the gender of the main noun they are accompanying.
Okay. Clear, Prabhu. Clear.
That's why all the Krishna namas are declined in all 3 genders, if you remember.
Yes, Prabhu. Remember, Prabhu. Now I remember it.
We'll do one more. Text 34. Bharavatara Anayanye Bhar Avataranaaya Anye Bhuvo Nava Ivodadhau Idantya Bhuri Bharena Jato Hyatma Bhuvarthitaha Udadhau Samudre. Okay, what is the original word for Udadhau?
Udadhi.
Udadhi. Udadhau Samudre.
This is 7.1.
7.1. Bhuri Bharena Prabala Bharena Sidantyah Magna Prayayah Navah Naukayah Iva Bhuvah Prithivya. Bharavataranaaya Bharaharanartham Atma Bhuva. Is it Bhuva or Bhuva? Brahmana. Okay, Atma. Okay, Atma Bhuva, long Brahmana.
Then 3.1, Prabhu?
Yeah, 3.1. So the word is Atma Bhu. Atmanaha Bhavati.
Yes. Atma Bhu.
So, like Swayambhu, similarly Atma Bhu. One who has appeared from his own self. Brahmana, Arthita, Prarthita, San. Tvam.
So basically, like it's Dhenu word, isn't it?
Dhenva. No. There it becomes Dhenva. Here it is that sutra.
Dhenu is Vamana, right? Vamana U and Atma Bhu is Trivikrama U.
No, I believe Dhenu is Trivikrama.
Oh, is it?
Okay, Dhenu is Vamana, right? Dhenu is Vamana, but in feminine. But here this is Atma Bhu, so here it takes that sutra. Dhatosh Chatussanasya Uva Sarveshware. Yeah. Dhatosh Chatussanasya Iya Uva Sarveshware. That if a Sarveshwara follows, the Trivikrama U takes Uv.
What is the example declension we have done?
No. I believe there is a. I'll see this one because it should be Vamana, not Trivikrama. Anyhow, we'll see this one. Arthita prarthita santvam jataha yavrina eva iti anne ahu. So the others, some other devotees, they say that just like there's a boat, just like a boat which is magna prayaya, which is all sinking. Sidante magna praya in the samudra, in the ocean, because of heavily loaded prabala bharana, because of the bhar of the weight or the heavy weight of whatever goods or whatever is there on the boat. Similarly, the Prithvi, the planet Earth, in order to remove the bhar, the bhar is the, how do you say that?
Load, weight, sin.
Burden, load, weight.
Yeah,
load. In order to remove the burden of such Prithvi, Mother Earth, planet, being prayed by Lord Brahma, you had appeal. Avatirna. This is the meaning.
When this sun word is used, Prabhu, after prartha, so does it add any significance if we add the sun here?
Yeah,
this is the past tense, no?
Sun, yeah, past tense, prarthita sun, or past tense plus that prayer. It also indicates the continuation of or a series of a continuation of two activities. Like you were prayed, and then thus you took birth. Sun, prarthita sun. So it's like a continuous past continuous.
Okay, like if we say prarthita, then still the meaning is conveyed because the prarthita is also in the past tense.
But when we say prarthita sun, that you who were prayed thus in a particular, in thus by Lord Brahma, such you appeared. Like that.
Okay. So sun has some special significance here.
Yeah.
Prarthita sun. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll resume tomorrow with this. So this is 35 and then.
Okay, Prabhu. Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.